Hey, Kevin here with another Flippin' Dork Flips and Finds video where I show you different items I pick up, thrifting or garage sailing or whatever, and then I'll sell them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, places like that, and make some money on them. So anyway, the last video I showed you a whole bunch of sales over the weekend. It's always really busy over the weekend, and then right after that it drops down and slows down. Well, that's what happened today. It's a little bit slow. The first sale here is this Brooks Brothers shirt. I have it folded up real nice in the bag, so I don't want to take it out. It's just white and blue stripes. It's just a straightforward dress shirt. I knew that Brooks Brothers was a really good brand when I first found it. This is one of the very first things I bought when I started thrifting. So I've had this like 5 months. It took a long time to sell. And the problem is that it's just plain Jane and boring. There's nothing special about it, and it's not in very good condition. I didn't realize how bad they were when I first bought them. But there's a little stain above the pocket, and this one has like a rip on the collar. It's just not in very good condition. The other two I bought were even worse. So I thought about donating them all. I paid $3.50 each. I thought about just taking the loss, being done with it. But instead I decided to drop the price pretty low on them and just see what happens. I mean, Brooks Brothers is a great brand. They're worth a lot of money brand new. If they're in good condition used, they sell pretty well. But these are in such bad condition that I dropped them at $10, which is still, I guess, a little bit high for their condition. But someone out there did buy one. So I paid $3.50. It's going to be about $3.50 to ship out. So it's all said and done. I'm going to make like $1 or $2. So it's a bad buy. I'll make a little more money than donating it. But I don't know. It just wasn't very good. So the other two are such bad shape, I might go ahead and still donate them anyway. But maybe I'll get some feedback out of it. And I know not to buy them anymore. Okay, the next sale here just happened a few minutes ago. It's this bag right here. Alright, so I showed this in a few videos ago. I bought this probably 2 or 3 weekends ago at an indoor garage sale. It was a doctor's office that was closing. The family decided to have a garage sale inside. No one was there. I was the first one to show up on Saturday. And I saw this laying on the ground. It was $3. I thought it was one of those bags you put on the back of a bike when you ride your road bike cross country or across the state or whatever. But it turns out this is actually for a dog. Looked into it. The brand is Mountain Smith, which should have given me a clue, but I didn't realize at the time. The other thing is it's called the Canine Pack. All right, so basically it's like a backpack or saddlebag for your dog when you go hiking. So it's in pretty good shape. Just a little tiny bit of staining here on the gray part, but for the most part it's in good shape. It's not ripped up or anything. I think it was missing a strap up front, so I listed it less than the new ones on eBay. New ones were going for like upper 30s, not quite 40 bucks. So I put mine at $34.95 with a best offer low at $25. I figured it'd probably go around $30. And this morning I got an offer for $25. So I thought, I might just go ahead and take it. I know it's missing that strap. And I looked into it and I realized that for whatever reason, I've mentioned this in other videos, I must have made a change to the listing and eBay reset the free shipping back to paid shipping. I didn't realize that. So the person was willing to pay $25 plus priority shipping. So somewhere between $7 and $10 is what eBay estimated it would be. So I went ahead and took it because I didn't want to make them pay more than a new one. So I'll go ahead and get this bagged up and sent to them. And when it's all said and done, I'll probably make a little over $20, which is pretty good for just finding something laying on the ground. So that was the sale so far this week, which is, like I said, it's been slow. I'm sure more will happen. I'll throw them here in the video. But now let me show you a couple of things I found at this thrift store. I found some really cool stuff yesterday. So I did some real quick thrifting yesterday and ended up finding these PlayStation guitars. All right, they're the Fender Stratocasters. Pretty good shape, a little bit of marks on them, a little bit dusty. I'll have to clean them. But all the buttons work fine, and they seem to be in pretty good condition. The problem is that they are the wireless controllers, and I don't have the little tiny dongle that plugs into the PlayStation to make them work. I'll have to see how much that costs. It may not be worth it. I may just go ahead and just sell them as is. The quick research I did showed they sell for about $30. And if you see here, I only paid $3 each at Salvation Army, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I will clean them up, I'll look into it, I'll see if it's worth even messing with the dongle or just sell them separate, and then whoever buys them can find one. It's probably what I'll end up doing. But I think that should be a pretty good turnaround. Okay, I also found these right here. All right, it's the Rock Band drums. The symbol says Rock Band 2, so I'm guessing that's what these were for. I know these are really hard to sell and they're almost worthless for the most part, but I only paid $5 at Salvation Army because it has the pedal, and I know the pedal should be worth some money. I should be able to flip that for probably kind of like the guitar, maybe about 30 bucks or so. I'm not sure, but maybe the cymbals are worth money. I'll have to look into it. I just grabbed it because I had the pedal. And the rest of this, if it's worth nothing, I'll throw it away and then scrap the aluminum out of it, make a little money that way. But anyway, the pedal should be a pretty good flip. I bought one more thing at Goodwill that should be even better than all these put together. After I left Salvation Army, I went to Goodwill and I found this. I thought this was really cool. All right, so brand new condition. It's a Schwinn. See here, it even has the instruction manual. Schwinn interval jogger, the CV309. All right, this is at Goodwill. Brand new condition, $69.99. All right, so pretty expensive. One of the more expensive things I bought there. But when I looked into it, did a little research. These brand new sell for anywhere between about $150 plus shipping, like on eBay, to at Target, they're almost $200. They were on sale right now for about $175, but they are about $199 normally. So this is like a $200 stroller that I got for $70. So, I mean, brand new, tag is still on there, has the instructions. It's just put together and out of the box, all right? So I know that Goodwill buys things from Target all the time for pretty cheap, and then they, bump up the price on them. It's a little bit cheaper than you can get in the store. This was a lot cheaper though. Great condition. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think it's missing anything. It was never used. It's still brand new. I pumped up the tires a little bit and then that was it. So anyway, what I did is I already went ahead and took pictures. I listed it locally on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for $150. So it's 40 less than brand new. It's 25 less than you could get one in the store right now. It might take the right person and a little bit of time to buy it, but when it does, I should make pretty good money on that. So I should turn 70 into probably at least 130, 140. So I should probably double my money on it. So that's pretty good. So it will take a while. And it's a little bit of a risk, but it should end up being a really good flip. All right. Well, I just got back from the post office mailing the two things I showed just a minute ago. And I just had a local sale happen. I got to go take it to the lady now. It's for this quilting hoop. I showed this a few videos back. Found it at Salvation Army. It's still packaged, or still wrapped up in the original packaging. It was $10, Salvation Army. I looked them up on eBay. They were selling for about $35 with free shipping. So, I mean, this thing would have not been very fun to ship at all. That would have been a really big box. It would have been too expensive. So, I decided to list it locally. I put it on Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist. And I just had a lady off of Craigslist call and say she wants to meet me and buy it for $35. So I ended up making 25 bucks off of this. So that's a pretty good local sale. It'll take me 5 minutes to drive over there and I'll make more money than if I had sold it on eBay. So anyway, I'll go do this and then I'll probably drop by Goodwill, see if I can find anything else today. So yesterday I did go take the quilting hoop over. The lady bought it for $35. She loved it. She said she's been looking one for a while. I don't know why she didn't look on eBay. She could have got one there for the same price. But anyway, after that I went to Goodwill to look for some stuff to see what I can find. I found some pretty cool stuff. All right, so the first one here, this is still brand new sealed. Still has that little clear round sticker over it, so it's never been opened. This is a Bose Sound Dock and Sound Link car charger. I think I paid a little bit much on it. It was $9, but I looked them up and it should sell for somewhere around $30 brand new. So it may not be the best flip after paying shipping and things like that, but it's still pretty good. And who knows, maybe it'll go for a little more than that. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, the next one, I've actually had something similar to this before. This is a little more newer version, but it's the Office game. But this is the DVD version. The one I've sold before, it was just a regular board game. This has a DVD and board game. This has less parts to it. There's less, I don't know, the other one seemed a little cooler. It had all the characters and it had Dundies and just all sorts of things. This one, it just has characters, a DVD, and a bunch of Shroot Bucks. I think it might be missing the instructions though, which could hurt it. But anyway, I paid $3. It's in great shape, although, like I said, it might be missing instructions. I need to look at it better. And anyway, I looked them up. This thing might sell for about 40 bucks. The last one I had, it was the yellow box. It was not DVD. It sold for $42.95. It was in great shape. It was used, but everything was still new inside. So this one, I think, will probably go somewhere around, probably when it's all said and done, it'll probably sell for about 35 bucks. So turn $3 into 35 is pretty good. All right, this last one, you're going to be like, what? But I've sold one of these before, and it was unbelievable how quickly it sold. It was within hours, all right? So check it out. What is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the Bigmouth Billy Bass. This one's in the box. This is serious money on eBay. You would not think it, but these are selling really well. So back before Christmas, probably, very beginning of December, I found one of these at Salvation Army. It was not in the box, all right? It was in pretty decent shape, had a couple of marks on there, and I brought it home, tested it with batteries, and it did work. The problem is that when you play it, you know, its tail flaps, and then its head will move towards you, and then it sings. And it sang, its tail flapped, but it did not move its head. That thing still sold for, I'm trying to remember now, it was either 25 or 30 bucks, and I picked it up for $1, okay? So this, or was it, yeah, it was $1, okay? So this one I found last night at Goodwill for $6. But as soon as I saw it in the box, I thought, perfect. That thing's gonna be an amazing seller. I looked them up in the box. This thing is probably about $60, okay? So 10 times my money. Pay $6, sell it for probably somewhere between $50 and $60. What's awesome is that it is almost in new condition. The box has some damage, all right? So that will maybe hurt it a little bit, but it still works. You probably can't tell because it's in here, but the fake wood plaque actually is coated in plastic right now. They have this little plastic thing you're supposed to take off. It still has the little thing you can mail off to where it says Bigmouth Billy Bass. You could get a plaque that had your name on there. That was like an upsell they had. But it still has the paperwork on there, so it's almost new, all right? But it has been opened. It's a little damaged. It still works. I almost hate to play it because it's annoying. But the only issue with this one is that the tail flaps, the head moves just fine. It sounds great. It plays the 2 songs. Its mouth moves, but I don't think it moves enough, all right? I think it's supposed to mouth the words. It just kind of opens its mouth. So anyway, this should be a really awesome seller, and I can't wait to list this one because it'll go quick. That last one, like I said, did not even have a box. It sold within hours of listing it at night. Here, let me go ahead and I'll show you the 2 songs it does. So you can see its tail wagging, and it'll move its head here in just a second. See, its mouth, it opens and it just barely moves. I think it's a little messed up. I think it's supposed to move a little more. All right, and then the next one is just as annoying. See, its mouth is, it kind of moves, but I think it's a little bit messed up. And I'm kind of thinking that box, the way it's damaged here, something probably hit it and it might have messed up that mouth just a little bit. But anyway, that should be a pretty good sale. So also, speaking of sales, I did have one earlier today. It will blow your mind how weird this item is, and it sold for really good money. So let me show it to you. I almost forgot, before I show you what sold, I think the reason that these Bigmouth Billy Basses are selling so well could be because people are hacking them now. My wife said she read something about people hacking these to work with their Google Home, their Alexa, those type of things. And somehow they hook it up so that whenever you ask Alexa a question, the fish will move its head and then talk as it's answering. So, I mean, I can't think of a better reason why this really dumb novelty item from 20 years ago that was probably $25 to $30 new is now selling for like 50, 60 bucks. Or when they're broken, they're selling for $30, you know. So I think there's something about people hacking these to work. I don't know why, otherwise they would want these. But anyway, I just love when really stupid, dumb things like this are worth good money because it is like a total under the radar type item. All right, so speaking of under the radar, the sale I had today was unbelievable. I couldn't believe how much someone paid me for this item. Okay, check it out. It's a trash can, all right? Just a cheap tin trash can. Paid $1 at Goodwill. This is the Presidents of the United States of America. It has all the presidents on there up until Carter, okay, 1977. So this was probably made about 40 years ago. I would imagine it may not have been made in 77, but probably somewhere in the very last couple years of the 70s this was made. So it's basically 40 years old. It has a stamp on there. It's kind of hard to read, but I think the brand is Clark. Anyway, I looked these up on eBay because when I saw it at Goodwill, they had just brought it out in the cart. I looked at it. I was like, that thing is so ugly. I bet it is worth money. So I looked it up. They were selling for about 40 bucks, okay? Anywhere from about 35 to 45. I decided to go a little bit on the higher end at, I think I listed at $44.95 with the idea that I would include free shipping. It would probably be about $10 to ship it out. I'd make my 35 bucks. Hey, great, you know, cool sale, sold something kind of weird. But I've mentioned, I think even in this video and in previous videos, I know I have, for whatever reason, eBay has been messing up my free shipping, and when the item gets re-updated or whatever, it'll start making some of the items go for paid shipping. Well, last night, I didn't know that on this item, and last night I got an offer for 40 bucks, like overnight. So this morning I checked it out. I was like, okay, 40 bucks, whatever. I'll pay 10, I'll make 30 on it. That's okay. I can get rid of it. I looked at it and I realized this person's in New York and they're paying $13.50 to get it shipped to them. All right, so in total, this thing sold for $53.50. I couldn't believe it. I turned a $1 really ugly trash can. I mean, it is in good shape, but I turned it into over 50 bucks. So that is just incredible. So you definitely, if you find anything kind of weird, obscure, it has a little bit of collectible potential, you know, it has precedence or there's something noteworthy about it, definitely check it out because it is probably worth money. There's someone out there that wants that thing bad enough to pay really good money for it. So let me go ahead and get this thing packed up, sent out today, and if anything else sells later today or tomorrow, I'll try to throw them in this video as well. Alright, so it's a new day and very fitting to some of the finds and flips I've showed in this video. I had another interesting sale today, so I'm going to show you. Alright, so this is a collection of vintage carnival darts. I went ahead and put them here in the box. You can see most of them are this big pink size. I have a couple smaller ones with white, and then there's a few in here that are the same size as this, but they have the black feathers. But anyway, I found these at an estate sale. And the house was owned by a couple that used to run, I think, a carnival. All right, it's either circus or carnival, but I would think carnival because they had these. But they had lots of carnival type circus-y memorabilia for sale. Lots and lots of clowns, like a creepy amount of clown things, and lots of VHS tapes, like homemade of different carnivals they ran and all that. So it was a very unusual type sale. And of course, like any estate sale, everything was sky high in the price. But I thought these were cool enough to go ahead and pay what they were asking. So there is, I'm trying to remember now, it's either 26 or 27 darts in here. And they were asking $1 each. And I kind of thought maybe they would give me a little better deal if I bought them all. I thought they were cool enough, interesting enough that someone out there would want them. So I don't remember if they made me pay the full $27 for them or if I got them for $25. I think I got them for $25. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, I thought that was still pretty high on these, but I had a feeling they would probably sell for really good money. So I listed them for $89.95, and they were up for a while. I got some action, but no real offers or anything like that. That was back in early November when I found them, so it's been several months. I finally dropped the price down to $78.95, and that really got some watchers showing up to the listing. And then last night, someone gave me a best offer of $71. So I decided to take it. I thought that was good enough for me, and I can turn $25 into $71. I will pay shipping, but it's probably not going to be more than maybe $8 to ship them out. It's not very heavy. It's pretty small. So anyway, I decided to take it. So I thought that was a really good flip. And again, just some of these unusual, odd things you would never think would be worth it can go for really good money on eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this packed up and shipped out, put a little padding in here so they don't move around, and then just tape it up, put a label on there. Should probably point out too, I have several layers of cardboard here where the points are so that it doesn't poke through in shipping, just for a little added protection. But anyway, I'll go ahead and mail it off before the post office closes today. I'll go ahead and just stop the video here, and then any other sales that happen today or tomorrow, whatever, I'll just put in with the weekend video. So again, thanks for checking out this video. If you liked it, it'd be awesome if you could give it a thumbs up, and if you could subscribe to keep up with more of them.